Hey guys, it is September 11th, 2011, 10 years since the initial attack on the World Trade Center towers. And I know a lot of people are probably posting their own videos and insights about September 11th, 2001, and what they remembered, what they were doing, or how they reacted, and so on and so forth. And I'm here to add to that. Um, all right. I remember 2001. That would have made me in first grade. I was in first grade, and I would have been either 6 or 7. And I remember nothing was really talked about at school, being in elementary school, and I guess I didn't really want to worry everybody. Um, and I remember coming home, and I remember the TV being on and my parents watching the news. And I remember they were upset. No one was like crying upset, but they were, shocked and stunned at what had happened. And being the young age I wasn't really, I didn't really understand why. All I knew is that something really bad had happened. And so that's really my memory of it. And as I've gotten older, I'm almost 17 now, and um, now looking back and reflecting on that day, I understand completely why everyone was so upset and shocked and terrified of the attack. And we're probably the farthest away from New York, being in California, aside from like Hawaii, but being on the complete opposite side of the country, um, didn't really have as an effect as it did on New York and closer surrounding states, but it did it does have an effect on me now, looking back and realizing what actually happened and why everyone is so upset, was so upset, still is so upset about the tragedy. And yeah, now I realize, it was a really scary time for everybody, and not people just in New York City and the surrounding areas, but for the United States as a whole, because it's they're all okay. Well, if what if they're planning another attack, and what if they're targeting my city next? If they're targeting New York, then what if they're going to target the nation's capital? What if they're going to be targeting Washington D.C., or what if they're going to be targeting California or Iowa or Kentucky or Washington or whatever? But I think now we're not as afraid, but there's still that sense of fear and insecurity, because no matter how much time passes from an event like this, it still haunts you, and the memories of the tragedy still haunts you to, I don't know, just it continues to stay with you, and it's not something that you forget. Whether you knew someone that had passed away from the attack, or you didn't, you still, you grieve for their losses and for the families that lost their loved ones. And we lost almost 3,000 people that day. Innocent people, bystanders, and you know, firefighters and volunteers, and just the amount of people that were lost that day is incredible. And I'm not the slightest bit religious, but I do pray and hope that nothing like that ever happens again. I know I'm, you know, I don't, I don't think that we're completely safe with everything that's going on now, but you still hope that another day like that doesn't come again, and you pray, and you just hope that hopefully the next time it's not me, or it's not my family, or it's not the people I care about, the people I know and I love and I talk to every day. That sense of worry does not go away. And I would just like to say, to every single life that was lost that day, we miss you all very much, and you are remembered. Your lives did not go unremembered, and you did not die in vain. And to the firefighters and the volunteers and to everyone else that helped out that day, I thank you so much for your courage and your support, and for helping us get through such a horrific event. Alright, that's pretty much it. So, 10 years come and passed. Rest in peace to all the lives that were lost that day.